I'm working with some clients that have difficulty in their daily lives. And what happens is the way they explain is they tend to think a lot about what they have to do on the day that is coming and the next day. They think a lot about things that they have to do. And what happens is by just doing this constantly, you're essentially exhausting yourself without even doing anything. Because this perception of how much we have to do permanently just keep us on this constant thinking of how many things you have to do and just makes the process looking like very complicated, and it just makes it harder essentially without you needed to do anything at all. So I usually refer this example when it comes to kids, in which kids are just going through life without thinking about it. They get to do things that they're learning, and they don't know what they're going to learn. They don't think about how they have to walk before they start to walk. They just keep on trying till they succeed. And on the bicycle, it's pretty much the same. They don't think how to do it, they just jump on the bike and try to do it by themselves and keep repeating the process till they actually can. So essentially, we should live like this. We shouldn't be thinking about what we have to do at all. All we have to do is to take care of things that are coming today, and you're just take care of the things that you can. And at the same time, you should always respect yourself when it comes to say that's enough for the day, especially for people that works for themselves. Because if you work for yourself and you constantly work until you're totally exhausted, what happens is after you're done with work, you don't have any energy to eventually get to a spot in which you think how well things are going in your life. What would you like to change? What would you like to improve? The truth is, you should always have energy to do these things, because what matters the most is to refine the processes of everything you do and analyze everything as well. This is the way you can do some improvements. This is the way you can do changes that benefit you on the long run. So, this idea of working till you get exhausted without thinking about how you should work or what you should be taking care of first is not very efficient on your long term. So, you should look to have time to balance things out. Again, what happens as I'm going through a lot of people that I work with, and at the same time, by the time I was developing myself and my businesses as well, I understood actually that the most successful people tend to be the people that never overload themselves in terms of work. They never allow themselves to be depleted out of energy, and they just find a very good balance in their lives to work and at the same time analyze everything they're doing to optimize what they're doing at the moment and to make eventually a better structure to work better on the future. So this is what really matters, and people really disregard the situation. They think this is something that doesn't matter at all. And then people that don't really see the value on thinking about their lives, analyzing everything they're doing, these are the people that will be stuck forever, doing pretty much the same and never making any progress. Progress is not making by overloading yourself on work. Because most people that keep stuck in life and work for 40 years are the ones that constantly keep themselves being exhausted. They just work a lot on their daily basis, and they have a life in which they work, then they go to the house, they rest, they watch some TV programs. So it's a life in which you never analyze anything. A life in which you never get to see other opportunities for you. You have nothing to look on a life like this, nothing to change, and this will be your life forever if you keep yourself into something like this. And that's fine if you do, if you want to. But if you want to improve things in your life, you have to give space for yourself to analyze things. So, another thing that I find is like I see people trying to preserve their energy instead of just moving forward with things sometimes. So, let's say that you feel like you should be doing something, but right now you don't feel actually in the mood to do that thing. What happens is that thing you should be doing, you're just delaying it, which is fine if you are in a space of saying, today I've done enough, so I'll do it tomorrow. That's okay. But then if tomorrow comes, you should do it. Because if you keep delaying, which is what a lot of people do, delay what you feel that you should do, and you keep delaying forever, and you never do it, this means that you're just being stuck with energy that should be moved, with things that you should be doing to make progress. So while someone can take a bunch of progress in a matter of days, some other people may be stuck for months and even get to years because there's things they feel they should do and they keep delaying forever. This is very important to be aware of. Things we feel we should do, we should, no matter what, be as fast as possible on doing them. And at the same time, respect yourself when it comes to your daily energy. So, sure, if you feel like you had enough today, you'll do it tomorrow.